Okay. Not sure what that did, but I look really bright. That's okay. Okay.
I'm a warrior, I'm never gonna give up. I'm a warrior, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to another day of V.E.D.A. I hope you guys have been enjoying what you've been seeing so far. I know I've been enjoying making them. So today I am going to be discussing therapists and my relationship with them and how they've helped me come to where I am today and how they can possibly help you improve your life as well, especially if you have mental illness. So my very first time I was in counseling, I started when I was about 16 years old. I knew this counselor briefly through my church. She actually was friends with my parents before I was born. So when I approached my mom and told her I needed some professional help, this is the first lady that she thought of naturally. So our relationship, very unethical. At the time, I didn't know what ethical and unethical meant. I didn't know the boundaries that should have been set in place during this counseling relationship. But at the time of my life, I think that was very beneficial, having an unethical relationship with her. So when I say unethical, that can be like a huge spectrum of things that could have went on. I assure you everything was legal and safe. She would always buy me snacks and she would always share her chocolate with me, and on one occasion she bought me a slush. And that's never happened to me with any other counselor that I've ever had, and I've had quite a few, you will see. And now I know that's pretty unethical, but I think that is because of the type of relationship we had before I started seeing her. I think she just automatically felt a bond with me, and I automatically felt a bond with her. And I think that bond that we had really played a huge role in my recovery process. This first counselor, she really helped me in that time of my life by listening to me. At that time of my life, I really just needed someone to listen to me. I really needed to talk and just get everything out. So many feelings and emotions and thoughts, questions and problems just built up. It was just jam-packed into this giant brick, and I just needed to crumble it all up and get it all out. She laughed with me. We laughed a lot, and I felt like she really genuinely cared for me, and that played a huge role in my journey towards recovery. So I saw her until I was about 19 years old, and by the time I had stopped seeing her, I was just completely different. I was incredibly happy. I felt like I had a good grip on my life. I had a job. I was getting married, and life just was really great at that time. So we ended up moving away, and that is why I never went back to her after that when I started having problems again with my mental health. However, when I do go back to my hometown, I do end up seeing her every time I go back. We always have supper together at the same place once a year. I always update her on my life. She does the same thing she always does. She just listens to me and she laughs with me, and she'll insert a couple little tidbits of wisdom now and then. And she also continues to show that she really cares for me, and that bond that we have is still there, and I really cherish that bond. And even though I realize that our relationship was probably pretty unethical, I feel like it was played a very beneficial role towards my recovery. So my second counselor, so I did not like her. I started seeing her through my doctor because I started having problems with, I'm thinking it was probably my anxiety was starting to come up and probably my depression. So because it was through my doctor, I was only able to have 6 sessions. However, I did not use all 6 sessions, and not because I didn't need them, but because she was kind of mean, and we did not have a bond at all. This was the complete opposite from my first counselor. It took me completely by surprise. She kept asking me, have you done CBT with your last counselor? And I was like, no, I don't even know what CBT is. She's like, well, have you done DBT? And I was like, I don't know what DBT is. She's like, well, you probably did. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking if I did, I probably would have known what it was. And she just everything I said, I felt like she kind of tore it down. And the room was really small. It was really uncomfortable. It was really messy. The chair was really hard. It wasn't comfortable. It was dark in the room. I remember hearing the clock just going tick, 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 tick. It was awful. She didn't talk much. She wanted me to do all the talking, and I didn't really know what to say. and so she would get mad at me whenever I wasn't saying something, and so quite often she ended up telling me just to wrap things up so we could just move on with our lives for the day. At one point, she'd asked me, "What are you thinking right now?" So this one day I was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna tell her the 100% honest truth. And this was kind of like my test. And I was like, well, I feel kind of stupid. Because in that situation that I was in, I was feeling kind of stupid. And her face just fell, and she started to look frustrated and mad at me, and she says, "I never want you to say stupid in this office ever again." I was like, okay, like, sorry. And that's when I was like, yep, not coming back. You're not a good fit for me. So I only saw her for like 3, maybe 4 sessions. Got nothing out of that. Nothing. So in my mid-20s, I was probably about 25, I started seeing a third counselor. This one was at a local family counseling services. So again, I only got 6 sessions, but this counselor was just so sweet. She was so nice, so caring, so loving, and just the feeling that I got when I was around her was just very peaceful, and that is something I definitely needed in my life at that time, because this was when my anxiety was triggered in a huge way, and I really needed to talk to somebody about it. Our relationship was very professional, it was very ethical. She really helped me with my anxiety and to process it, and she gave me a lot of really good coping strategies to get through the attacks. She's just really caring, and she really helped me get through that time of my life. So then I started seeing my current therapist, which is my 5th therapist. Yes, I skipped the 4th, I am getting there. Hold on to your horses, ladies and gentlemen. So my current therapist is absolutely amazing. She is probably the smartest out of all of my therapists / counselors that I've had. I feel like she is the most in tune, and I feel like she knows me the best. I feel like we have a really good connection, and I'm really comfortable with her, which is definitely something that you want with a therapist. You definitely want to feel comfortable with them, because what you're going to be sharing with them is something you don't typically share with anybody else. So I started seeing her in my late 20s, and I'm still seeing her today in our now 30s, so I've been seeing her for quite a while. Our relationship is very professional. It is incredibly ethical. She is just the most ethical person I've ever met in my whole entire life. I feel like she's comfortable with me as well, and that also plays in a really good client-therapist relationship. During this time that I started seeing my 5th and current therapist, circumstances that I could not control happened, and I could no longer see her for a while. So I ended up seeing someone that was through my healthcare. Our relationship was kind of strained. I only saw her for 6 sessions as well. I found our relationship kind of difficult, and I didn't really feel a connection with her, but I knew that she wanted to help me, and I felt comfortable with her even though our relationship felt a little bit strained. She was really smart. I could tell she was really smart, but she felt kind of rigid to me. She did help me get through my current issues that I was dealing with at that time, and that was really beneficial to me. However, when I was done that and I was able to go back to my current therapist, I did so right away because I missed her so much. I'm really pleased and happy with my current therapist. I plan on having her for the rest of my life, whether she knows that or not. She's stuck with me. She's really helped me build my self-confidence, and she taught me a lot about CBT and DBT and mindfulness, and she taught me about the wise mind and emotional mind, and she has all these wonderful analogies. She has like a waves analogy, she has a baseball analogy, she has like so many different analogies, and I love them so much. I feel very grateful to have found her, and if you have any questions about finding a therapist or a question about anything therapy related, basically, you can leave me a question below in the comment section, and I would love to get back to you and help you out with any issues or concerns that you might be having. I feel like I am a pro at counseling and being a client, so if you need any help, don't be afraid to ask. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great day, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And don't forget to be kind to yourself, be positive, and peace out. See you tomorrow.